The sacred energies, which are continuously ingested in your own energy systems, is expanding into an infinite reality that is sacred in nature, which is gently vibrating through your inner awareness. A receptive nature to the changes going on inside of you is welcoming in an assisted pathway into more oneness, which is not able to be fabricated at all. You are becoming more aware of how this whole ascension process works into the variety of numerous amounts of light beings who are working for Project Earth. The light combinations that are aligned with your own healing restoration into a cosmic unification spreads out abundantly into the freedom of being here with your own creativity. As you notice, no one can copy your creative source, as this is the path of a delightful embrace to notice that as you create your own light work, it remains rare in nature. This is the blueprint of your light combinations that are in sync with a heightened reality in the stars, with a freedom to vibrate more galactic glory. All inside of a new generation of star beings comes the formulation of more light magic that is assisted in nature, which is uplifting all parts of your conscious awareness into stages of completion. Along with this brand new reality of living in the stars comes the freedom to vibrate a new path that is welcomed in the naturalization to assist in the global transformation of your own light bodies. The lower ego self often says, "But I think everyone is ascended. I see only the good in people. Sorry, not too many bad people in this world in my judgment book." The lower ego self does not fail to continue to place more judgments, more separated thinking, and as you notice still talks only in good or bad. This is the trail it leaves for each of you to spot. As if it was a lion, you would see the huge paw prints, in which you see how this works more in an allotment of courageous actions. The complete restoration of your conscious awareness is to see that not everyone on this world is set to be on the ascension path in this lifetime, and it is not your job to help those to become more harmonious to the beings that refuse. It is actually counterproductive when you are talking about unity to those who are still only focused on separated thinking, who refuse to listen to anything that you are talking about. This is where the delightful unison of various galactic star energies remains in the sacred vibration of evolving into the Everglades of a new experience of life, which is Christed in nature. The lower ego self continues to talk only in male or female, is not able to see beyond what it physically sees, and as a result stays in the dualistic nature, instead of a higher path of galactic harmonization. Your own formulation of a Christed path that is warm in nature, which is gentle in the foundation of endless activations that are able to soar through your own light beings continues onwards now. It is not your responsibility to awaken the globe. It is not your purpose to force anyone into a stage of unconditional love. It is actually against the free will of another to say with the lower ego self, "You must be kind. You must ascend." That is all, where you are each seeing that those who are serious about ascension are focusing more on this path, and are entering a new stage of reality upgrades that are gentle in nature. The integration of leading the way for a cosmic unification then spreads an ethereal energy that is welcoming in the divine consistency of magical realms. The lower ego self often says, "But I don't believe you are an extraterrestrial. I just see you as a human." I'm sorry, you are just another human. Who are you fooling? LOL. It is not your responsibility to fall into that path of those who are unable to see who you truly are, as in reality those who are mentally conditioned by the cabal are conditioned to look only in physicality. These beings carry little higher cosmic awareness, and are often in the stage of suffering, instead of a higher stage of mobility in transferring over information that is sacred in nature. Through the reshaping of your DNA systems comes a balance that is restored in the glory of a new earth that is not locked down by discernment, fear, judgments, and harmful energies. The lower ego self then often says, "Be careful of what you talk about. You don't want people to think this way about you. People think they are their mind, so don't mess with that. Just leave it alone. This is where you are each seeing that often those who are so dependent on the thoughts in their head to create their reality often live in a fictitious way of being that is not harmonious in nature. With the ending of the separated thinking comes a new branching of energy, which is opening a new wave of ascended star beings, which are higher dimensional. To create a path where you are each able to experience a heavenly reality. This has nothing to do with a mind game of thinking that you are heaven, as the lower ego self often says. This is where you are seeing how the mind games do not work in accessing the depths of an ascended path, which is open to the changes of a higher stage of energies. To combine together your own strengths to mold into a consistent light quotient of bliss comes in a steady mobility of reshaping how you view reality to include galactic homecomings. A pure vibration that is opening your own auric fields then helps to bridge in the welcoming energy of sacred intentions that are leading the way for cosmic unity. It often takes a full regeneration of star beings that are each here to assist you from the surface of Earth, including in outer space realms. This is where the separated thinking ends, which often says with the lower ego self, your galactic friends are here. To replace that with family is to then see that you are seeing more in a closer connection, rather than a distant reality in living among the stars. In order to access the freedom of infinite light fields comes in a kind dimensionality of your own, shifting into an energy field that is magnified into every part of your conscious awareness. With the stability of rising together among various star nations in energy of sacred unison comes the light formulation of living in cosmic skies in completion. A generation of various light energies then welcomes in an abundance of prosperity to enter in your own auric fields, which instantly opens new gateways of light paths. To be on the ascension path is to then rise beyond all suffering, to rise beyond all dualistic natures, to rise beyond all of the 3D only talk. Each of you are aware of the 3D only talk to be talking about only things in physicality, to not be aware of other dimensions that are parallel to this one now. You are not able to find our cosmic crew only to be in 3D, no, but to be in more advanced realms, while temporarily in 3D with a mode of completion that is fueled with your light advances. All inside of a generation of light essences comes the fulfilling notion to harmonize with the vitality of your own interdimensional nature in full consciousness. We stand in pure representation, we are the angelic realms, we are the Galactic Council, we are the Galactic Federation of Light.